In this video lecture, we need to learn the lab assignment 5 of compiler. The name of lab assignment 5, that is implement a front end of compiler that generates the 3 address code of for a simple language. So you are going to enter the particular language program. Let's go to the any C program you are going to enter, and for that C program you need to display the 3 address code. That is what we call as front end of the compiler. So the lexical analyzer it need to work, and along with the lexical analyzer syntax analyzer works, and then we are going to find out the tokens and everything. Then we are going to prepare the 3 address code. Okay, so here what is meant by 3 address code? So 3 address code is one of the intermediate representation which is passed to the which is the output of intermediate code generation. That is what we call as the output of the front end of the compiler, which is then passed to the back end of the compiler to generate the target code. So when we go for 3 address code, so in 3 address code there is at most one operator at the right side of an instruction. While we are generating the 3 address code, at most one operator must be present at the right hand side. So consider an example. Here's an example is given. Suppose this is an example, this is a particular statement which is present into the any simple language, and need to convert that one into the 3 address code. So a DAG is basically used over here to identify the common sub expression. So need to convert this into the DAG. So in bracket that is going to execute first. So b minus 1, b minus c that execute first, multiply by a, summation with a, b minus c that is multiplication with d, and then summation with the result. So DAG is what the directed acyclic graph where leaf nodes are atomic operand, which is basically used for the elimination of common sub expression from the given expression. And so here is a 3 address code is given for this statement. T1 equals to b minus c, T2 equals to a into T1, T3 equals to a plus T2, T4 equals to T1 into D, and T5 equal to T3 plus T4. This is what we called as output of the particular expression. Now what are the forms of 3 address instructions? Which instructions we call as the 3 address instructions? So there are various forms of 3 address instructions. So the first form, that is assignment instruction form. X equals to y operator z, and that operator is a binary operator. That is, or the example x equals to y plus z, y into z, that form is called as 3 address code form. Assignment of the form x opy, op is now here unary operator. So x equals to plus y minus y plus y. So that is what we call as assignment of the form. This is also called as 3 address form, 3 address instructions. Copy instruction, x equals to y. Unconditional jump, go to L, that is also one of the 3 address code instruction. Conditional jump, if x go to L, if false x go to L. Conditional jump, if x relope y go to L. Relope is what? Any relational operators. If the function is there in the program, so what are the 3 address code for the function is parameter x, x1, x2, x3, these are the parameters. Call procedure p with n is the number of arguments, so n. Y equals to call p comma n, this is what we call as the 3 address instruction. Index copy instruction, x equals to y of j, y of I. Address and pointer assignment, x equal to address of y, x equals to star of y, star of x equals to y. That is also called as 3 address code instructions. Let's go to the one example over here, that is the do while loop. And there is a 3 address instructions of do while loop. The two possible translation of this statement. by using the symbolic label and by using the position numbers. So here what we are going to do, I consider an array is an float array. The size of each block is what 8 bit. Is what 8 byte. Now what we are going to do, t1 equals to I plus 1. The value of t1 now stored into I, that is I equals to I plus 1, that is happen. Now in the while loop, first of all I need to multiply a of I. If you are going to access to the a of I, so a plus, how we are going to do, the location I need to jump over there, so I into their location. So here I need to do I into 8, that what we got the location, that is t2. So a of t2, that is a t3. So t3 less than v, go to L. So label again jump. If it is true, jump it out. So that's a simple 3 address code of the do while statement. Okay, in this position number and symbolic labels, here consider as the arrays and real numbers or real array, float array. If it's an integer array, so instead of multiplication of 8, you are going to multiply the 4, because of each block having size 4 byte. Okay, now data structure used to record the 3 address code. What are the different data structure used to record the 3 address code? Quadruple, triple, indirect triple. So as their name implies, quadruple has a 4 field, triple has a 3 field, indirect triple, along with the triple we are going to add the pointers. So there are some exceptions while we are going to quadruple. These are some exceptions. Let's take an example over here to understand the quadruple, triple and indirect triple. The considered example is a equals to b minus c plus b minus c. So the 3 address code for that particular statement is this, and we are going to record the 3 address code into quadruple, triple and indirect triple. So quadruple, 4 fields are there. First field operator, operator 1, operand 1, that is argument 1, argument 2 and result. But in the triple, 3 fields are there, operator, argument 1, argument 2. And indirect triple, we are going to store the pointers of that particular triple, that is what we call as indirect triple, into the separate memory locations. Okay, so this is a simple approach. Okay, to generate the 3 address code and record the 3 address code. So here in this program, in this assignment, we are going to enter a particular expression and we are going to convert that into the appropriate 3 address code, and then we are going to record this 3 address code. So here we are going to use a particular Lex program who basically used to identify the tokens, who gives the token as an output. Then syntax analyzer who gives the syntax analysis and which is given to the semantic analysis, and then goes to the intermediate code generation, that is a front end. So this front end develops the 3 address code. Okay, so here we pass a normally any expression to the particular program. It gives us a particular 3 address code along with record of that particular 3 address code. So first of all, we need to see the Lex program, we need to see the Yak program, and then we see the output over here. So while we writing the Lex program, we have to follow some syntax, because of any Lex program, any Yak program is divided into the 3 main section. That is a declaration section, definition section, the second one is a translation rule section, and the third one is what? Some auxiliary functions which is present in the particular program. Now while we are going to executing the program, we are going to first of all compile the Yak program, and then we are going to compile the Lex program. Because of output of the Yak program creates the table that store the definition of the token which required the Lex program. So that's why Lex program include the y.tab.h header file that contains a table which store the definition of all the tokens. Okay, Now when we see the output of this program, the output of the program look like this. We enter the particular expression, it generates the 3 address code of that expression and record this 3 address code. First of all the quadruple record, and next one is what, a triple record. Okay, now here we are going to use the different temporary variable, the temporary variables from A to B, C, D. So that temporary variable going to initialize, that is A. Okay, now while we are going to compile the particular program, first of all we compile the YAK file, then lex file, then we are going to compile the C file, then it gives an output over here. Now go to the lex program. So the lex program, while we writing the lex program, YAK program, we have to follow some syntax. The first section, that is a declaration definition section. Next section, that is a translation rule section, and then next section is auxiliary function. So syntax for writing the translation definition section is like this: percentage left curly brace, percentage right curly brace. So in between we need to write some declaration. So declaration section must be consist of what? A declaration of header files, declaration of manifest, declaration of constant, a declaration of token, that is what, LT less than. Okay, so likewise all the declaration, all the manifest, all the constant are to be written into the declaration section. All the global variables assignment, that is done over there. So here in the lex program we just specify what one variable, that is yyval is an extern. We required this variable for further use, and the variable that is header file y.tab.h is defines what, the definition of all the tokens which is generated by the YAK program. So this is all about the definitions, the declaration definition section on the lex program. Then goes to the translation rule. So in the translation rule, need to write a regular expression. So the regular expression, that is any digit is present, so it returns the token name as a digit, that is a number. If any letter which is present over there, so it returns an identifier, so token name is a letter. So here is given 0 to 9, in between any number is we found, or any combination of 0 0 0 1 15 20. So it returns what? And return a number. How we are going to find? So text read that one. Okay, will store into yyval, and when we'll store that one, because of its definition is stored. This is an external variable. Okay, we are going to store that into the symbol, and we return simply number. Here we store into symbol and we return the letters. Okay, if /n is there, is return nothing, this returns 0. If dot will be there, so it returns text, whatever the input we are going to enter. Okay, so this is all about the lex program, when we are going to store this lex program into lex.l file. Okay, now go to the YAK program. Again, the YAK program is divided into the 3 main section: declaration section, translation rule section, and auxiliary function. So in the declaration section, all header files are there, all constants are there, all global variables are to be declared over there, all structure is declared over here. So in the declaration section, one function declares over here, that is add to table function, consists of 3 parameters: char. Index 1 variable whose initial value is 0, temp variable whose initial value is ASCII minus the ASCII value of a minus 1, so it's a capital A. When we write temp plus plus, it gives me output capital A. Okay, now one structure is declared over here. The name of structure is expression, expr. So the field of that expression is what? Operand 1, operand 2, operator, and result. This is related with the any expression. So a particular expression consists of 4 fields, that is a result, equal to, that is a operator, a result, equal to left child plus that is operator right child. So like these are to be stored over here into the structure, and here we create the need to create the object of that structure, that is expression, the size of that particular structures. So this is all about the declaration section. Now go to the translation rule. Before going to translation rule, there should be some assumptions, that is plus is a left associative, minus is a left associative, so need to write percentage left, then in single bracket we need a single quotation, need to write plus, need to write minus. So what we tells, plus and minus both are left associative, then divided and star both are left associative, the letter or number, these are what the tokens, and expression is nothing but is a type. Okay, and this is what we start the translation rule. So in the translation rule we always need to write the context free grammar. So here is the one context free grammar need to write, which is related with the particular expression grammar. Actually this is an expression grammar. So what the expression grammar is tell us, so the statement can be, a statement can be what, letter equal to expression, or expression may be summation of two expression, minus of two expression, division of two expression, multiplication of two expression, in bracket of expression, or simply letters or simply numbers. So along with the translation rule we have to write some actions whenever we start to read input character, we are going to perform any actions over here. So what action we have to perform, we are going to add this into the tables. So add table, whenever we perform the any operation we store into the table. So table, add table consists of three fields. The first field is char, likewise way. The first char is definitely over here left child, second char right child, and the third char is operator. Okay, now we'll start with the translation rule. The statement can be a letter equal to expression, so letter will be present at the first position into the particular CFG, equal to second position, and expression is third position. So that's why we need to write $1, $3. So that $1, whatever the letters are there, convert into the char, and we have to pass to the particular add table. $3, whatever the value, will convert into the char and pass to the add table, and equal to operator we pass it. Similarly expression can be expression plus expression. So that left side expression is written is like $, that is the result. So add table $1, that is expression, plus char 3 $3, that is again expression, will pass into the add table. Whenever this add table goings to call, add to table goings to call, it jumps to their definition. So here is the definition of add to table. So add to table means what, whatever we pass that is received into A, B and O, and will store into the appropriate location into the particular structure. Say the member of structure is what, we create over here the object of structure, that is array of 20. So 20 blocks, 20 size of that structure we are going to create over here. So each structure consists of a different 4 fields. So array of 0 consists of 4 field, array of 1 consists of 4 field. So each and every expression will store into the separate structures over here. Okay, so each and every expression will store into structure, and to keep the track of those structure we require the index variable. So index plus plus. So index variable tell us how many expressions are present into the particular structure. Okay, so that's why we require index. So every time we refer this index to terminate the particular structures over here. Okay, so this is all about the translation rule which is written over here. Okay, now go to the auxiliary function third section. So we'll see this add to table basically used to fill the structure fields. Now to convert that into the 3 address code, this is normally simple, because of we fill the particular structure as per the expression, means what, left child, right child, operator and result we store into the one structure. in second structure we store the second. So likewise, whenever we display from 0 to index 1, okay, of particular array, it display everything. So here in the function of 3 address, it shows us everything. See, while I is less than of index 1, we display everything. Array of 0, result display, array of 0, operand 1, operator, operand 2, and then I plus plus, temp plus plus, then slash n. So next line will be proceed. So this void 3 address function is basically used to display the 3 address code what we store into the symbol, what we store into the particular structure. That's very easy. Another function is over here 4 addresses. That is nothing but what? This is a quadruple. We are going to maintain the quadruple over here. So definitely of 4 addresses, we are going to display the 4 addresses. Instead of displaying it, we just display the simple format. Okay. So here again I to index 1, we display the quadruples. Okay, now whenever we display the triples, what we are going to do, we are need to check the pointers, because of the result is not display over here. So that's why we are going to check the pointers. We apply over here the find variable, find function. So this find function is basically called by this triple function. Okay, if any upper character is found over there, okay, again need to call the find functions there. Okay, find function will pass to the particular character, and then we are going to, instead of writing this, we are going to write the pointers. Okay, whatever we are written over there. So pointer 1, pointer 0, that is going to display, okay, instead of that one. Okay, so this is a simple program. So yyRef function is basically used to check the end of the function, end of the argument input or not. Error, which is not written here, error is basically used for what purpose? To check any error. If any error, it display the message. So main function, we enter the expression, we call the parse to start the syntax analyzer. So syntax analyzer accept the any expression to accept the any expression, revalidate it, call the translation rule, is called to add to table, and everything stored into the add to table. Then 3 address function we are going to call, then we print 4 address, this quadruple we call, then we call the triples, and we return it. So once we execute this, we store this yak program into yak.y file. We compile it yak-d space yak.y. So this generates the 2 files. First file is what? y.tab.c file, and second file is y.tab.h file. Okay, then we'll compile the lex program. Then it generates the lex program, lex compiler generates the lex.yy.c. Then we'll compile the c file, and then we'll give the output. So here this is the output of your program. Okay, so this experiment is we're going to perform this experiment on any Ubuntu operating system, Linux operating system. Okay, where it going to install, already you are going to install yak compiler, and you are going to install lex compiler into the particular system. Okay, so this experiment is generally gives us intermediate code. You are going to generate the intermediate code, that is the output of the front end of the compiler. So you are going to accept the any expressions, and from that expression you are going to generate the a 3 address code along with the record of those 3 address code with the help of quadruple and with the help of a triple, or you are going to record it with the help of indirect triples. Okay, so thank you for watching this video.